What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up, y'all? We already got somebody in the building ready. Y'all, tonight is going to be a different type of night. I don't have my off limits music tonight. I told you last week that I would play some more music from Dre Styles.
Hello?
We're going to do something different. So we're going to be listening to Dre Styles tonight. Y'all ready? How y'all doing tonight? Go ahead and put it in the chat. So we playing his playlist today. Hey. And those of you that don't know Dre Styles, he is a beast with the music. So he is on Facebook. You can find him by searching his page, Dre Styles. I will actually go ahead and type it for you. I'll type it so you can check him out. Hey. I see you coming down. You got the whole world waiting for you. I rescue you. I see you stranded, girl. You got the whole world. And those of you that don't know Dre Styles, he is my brother. He is a banking producer. The sex wrote the song, singing the song, all of that good stuff. Oh, we got somebody else in the house ready to join. How you doing, Martina?
How you
doing? We have 83 TV in the studio too. He's trying to figure out his microphone situation, so he's there waiting.
I'm here.
Oh, sorry. I'm over here. My camera is not even showing.
Sophia, can you hear me?
I'm just talking. My bad, y'all.
Sophia, can you hear
I'm
me?
all excited. But anyway, so
Sophia.
yeah, I changed it. I just did my video. So thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know my video wasn't on. But anyway, hello? I'm about to post Dre Styles info in there. And then 83 TV, he's a big gamer. So you can follow him on Twitch, support his page. He's here in the studio tonight trying to figure out his music. So for those of you that are gamers, y'all want to check him out. And always, I'm on youtube.com/Sophia Alexandria, and also on Facebook on my page, You're So Damn Amazing, facebook.com/You're So Damn Amazing. And I have some juicy topics for you. So don't forget, I just posted the link to where you can check out Dre Styles and his music. So tonight we're doing the Dre Styles music in the house tonight. Anyway, so y'all know how I do my thing before we get started. We have 2 topics, and always you can post your comments or your feedback in the comment section. So if you have topics that you would like to discuss, then go ahead and put it in the chat. I read the chats, I read the comments, and that way we can go ahead and host that topic, have that topic on one of the upcoming episodes. So while y'all getting ready, go ahead and get your favorite drink, your favorite snack. I got mine. Hey, this is soda water. I know I'm trying to lose weight. So this is soda water. But anyway, get your favorite beverage, your favorite snack, get comfortable, share this page, share it with your friends, share it with your family, because I have 2 very interesting topics that you guys are going to want to chime in. So if you want to chime in, all you got to do is leave your comments in the comment section or use the Restream link that is posted in the description of this video, and you can hop on live with me and put your 2 cents in at your own risk. So you can do that if you want to. So let's go ahead and get this party started. We almost there. How is everybody doing tonight? Let me see it in the comments. All these drugs got me losing focus. Jameson put me back in motion, slow motion. Hey, what's going on? Happy Tuesday out there. What's going on with y'all? Y'all gonna be quiet today? What is going on with y'all tonight? Hey, hey, what's going on tonight? What's going? Hey, and this girl that y'all hear in the background, that's a cousin. That's a cousin. She called Chanel. Check Dre Styles out, and y'all can find out more information about this music, because that's how we do. That is how we do. What y'all talking about tonight? Hey, 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 hey. What y'all doing tonight? All right, so y'all ready? I think I did what I needed to do. Y'all good? Because we're about to start this thing. So, the topics today are let me go back and read and make sure I got them right. So, is masturbation the root of all evil? Is it wrong? Is it wrong? What y'all feel about that? And then topic number 2 is your lover got the Rona vaccine. You don't have it because you do not agree. So 2 interesting topics that can go any kind of way. So what y'all feeling like today? That's what I like. Come on, hey, turn up on the Tuesday. Y'all know how I like to do. Hey, 100. All right. So this is Dre Styles right here. He is in the building tonight, tuning in. All this good music that y'all hear in the background. Hey, hey. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back now. Okay, so, all right. Love that party song. Hey, Jill, how you doing? Okay, so we're going to start. What y'all think we should start with? Should we start with the vaccine, or should we start with the masturbation? What do y'all want to start with today? Put your comments in. Put your comments. What should we start with today? If y'all don't speak, I'm going to speak for you. You know what? This in the background gonna mess me up. I probably ain't gonna be able to focus on this conversation though. Just keeping it real. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do. So we have one comment, and we're gonna go with that for now. The vaccination. If you want to tune in, if you want to hop on live with me, you can do so. Put your 2 cents in. Click the link, the restream link, and hop on with me. Don't be scared. So the question is, your partner got the vaccine, but you didn't get it. Tell me how you feel about that. Why, if those of you that are not getting it, why? And those of you that got it, why? You know, why did you get it? And how do you feel if your partner did not get it? Who wants to hop on live with me? Here we go, Martina. Hey, all Martina, right. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good now. I was having problems. How are you doing tonight?
Hey. I don't know if you on mute. Y'all ready? Markina, are you on mute? Because I can't hear you if you're saying anything. Hey, hey. What y'all got to say out there? So me personally, I haven't gotten the vaccine. And I'm kind of procrastinating, waiting, trying to see how it's going to go for everybody else. Because I'm not in a rush to get the vaccine. So those of you that are tuning in right now, how do you feel about the vaccine right now? Is it something you're going to get? Did your partner get it? Do you have it? If so, why? So, hey, Markina, can you hear me? Let me see if she can hear me. We might be having technical difficulties. Those of you that are just tuning in, hop on live with me. Put your 2 cents in. This is a great conversation, grown folk conversation. This is what Off Limits is about. It's about having these conversations. So I think she's having some issues. She'll probably be back. So we have Dale that says, I went ahead and got it. Husband has it. So how you feeling, Dale? How long ago was it that you had it? How long ago? So we're talking about the vaccine right now. In a relationship, somebody has it, somebody doesn't have it, or both of you may have it. How do you feel? When did you get the shot, Dale? Dale Jury. I love that name. It's so pretty. It's like classy. So Dale Jury, how long ago did you get the vaccine? How are you feeling right now? Is there a reason why your husband didn't get it yet? Did you have any symptoms? Do you want to hop on live with me? No pressure, no peer pressure. So 2 weeks ago. So you fine. Everything is good. So, because I've heard about these cases where somebody that was perfectly healthy got the vaccine. And then next thing you know, not trying to scare people. This is not what this is about. This is about having healthy, taboo, grown folk conversations in public as a community. And just talking about it, gaining a new perspective. So this healthy person got the vaccine. It was good. Nothing was wrong with them that they knew of and that their family knew of. But as soon as they got that shot, they didn't make it. So what do you think? Those of you that are tuning in, go ahead and speak. How do you feel? If you got the vaccine, what's going on? If your partner didn't get the vaccine, but you got, what's going on? So we talking to Dale right now. She chimed in because she has the vaccine. Those of you that are tuning in, who has the vaccine? Hey, everybody that's tuning in and commenting. Thank you, Kawana. Thank you. Oh, Markina. Sorry, that's from Markina. Yeah. Markina, he likes your shirt. Have read that. Okay. So Dale said, how does she get on my live? So the live, if you want to hop on my live, you can click the Restream app. I'm going to post it in the chats right now for you. So it would be this link here. I just posted the link in the comment section. So click on that link. And if you're having trouble when you click on it, if you're clicking on it from Facebook, I just found out that a lot of the Facebook users are having an issue clicking the link and then going to it. So what you're going to have to do is copy the link and then paste it in your own browser instead of letting Facebook do it for you. So go ahead and do that. Hey, Robert. So Robert says, I haven't, but I would wait till our doctors get it and more studies on it. That's kind of how I feel. But the person that I was just speaking with, so this is Robert. He says, "Well, I haven't, but I would wait until other doctors have it and more studies are done on it." So that's kind of how I feel. Hey, Nina, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. So I kind of feel that way. So I just mentioned that there was a doctor. There was a doctor that was healthy. And as soon as he took it, I think he was in his 40s. Don't if I'm not mistaken. He was in his 40s. He took the vaccine and 3 days later he had complications. He was in the hospital and he eventually passed away from the vaccine. So I'm just kind of, I'm just like, you know what, let me wait a little bit. I need to see more people get it. I need to see how it turns out. Some people have gotten it and they're okay, like Dale. Dale mentioned that she was okay with it. So, and we have a comment from Oksana. I'm not just feeling confident about the vaccine. I never had any vaccines, so I'm a bit concerned. Okay, so let's just say, Oksana, this vaccine, we know that you haven't taken vaccine according to you. Let's just say this vaccine was a complete success. Would it be something that you consider taking? Is this something that you would consider taking, Oksana? Y'all come on, hop on live with me. I just posted the link. Put your comments in, those of you who are watching. And so, Robert, I have a question. If you are in a relationship, does your partner have the vaccine? Or does your partner refuse to take the vaccine right now? Are they refusing to take the vaccine? What y'all got to say? Because I totally agree with what Robert said. Basically, I need to see more results. I need to see it. And I know people that they are, refusing. They are refusing to take the vaccine because it's not enough out there yet. Like, they haven't received results. Had to leave my ex alone. She wasn't good for me, folk on the low. I had to let that hoe go. She was all about my dough. Had to let that. So what y'all got to say? This is an interesting conversation. I want to hear from you guys. So let's try this again. Hey, Markina. So let's see if she's going to chime in. If she's going to be able to chime in.
It's not like me.
So while we wait for that, Oksana says, yes, if it was proven 100% to be effective. That the last vaccine I had was polio, and that was a huge one. Okay. Hey, Dale, how are you?
Hey, look, I have messages. Okay.
I don't think we can hear you. Hold on, let me make sure you're not on mute. I can't hear you.
Let me
say something. Is your mic? Markina, I can't hear you either. This is crazy because I had 83 in the studio too, and he couldn't get his mic to come on. What in the world is going on? Let me see.
Because I did hear the other lady too.
Can you tell me what
I can hear them.
You can hear them, but how come I can't hear them? That is so weird. Hold on. So people are saying they can hear you. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me figure this out because people are saying they can hear you guys, but I can't hear. Isn't that so weird? Just one second. Let me make sure my settings are not all off. Just probably me. Oh yeah, it's me. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We can't hear you now.
Better?
Okay.
Oh,
Can you
oh
hear?
my gosh, it was me the whole time. Oh Lord, had y'all coming in and going out. I am so sorry. She was chopping it up. So Marquina, tell me, what were you saying? Okay, hold on. She went out again. So Marquina, you there? Hey,
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 I'm here.
like your hair.
Thank you.
You.
Okay, so what were you saying?
I think I just said hi before it all went downhill to me. So I question was,
So we're talking about the vaccine. How do you feel about the vaccine? Does your partner have it? Do you have it? Are you considering it?
I'm gonna get it. My parents got it. My
Okay.
dad's like 77, so he's still alive. So I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, so what about you, Dale?
Well, like I said, I got it. Be it about 2 weeks ago. No, nothing. I'm nervous about the second dose.
Oh, so you have to get two doses.
Yeah, yeah, I got the one where you get the 2 doses. So I'm a little nervous about that one. But I'm with kids all day.
Oh, okay. So there's a one where you get one dose and there's one with two.
Yeah, the Johnson & Johnson is like one.
Oh, okay. That's the one that my mom said she's gonna wait for. So she feels more comfortable with the Johnson and Johnson. You know why are you shaking your head?
A lot. Well, from what I've heard, people have been getting sick um with that
With
one.
the Johnson, really? I'm
With
gonna
the
have to look
Johnson & Johnson.
more because I think we that's such a household name that we like. Oh, the Johnson Johnson. Let's get that one. So
I know.
But that's the name that the baby powder giving you cancer and all that too. So I'm kind of
um,
I
okay.
want the other one.
So Dale, is there a reason why your husband hasn't taken the vaccine?
He's not qualified yet.
Mm,
And it's
okay.
only like in Louisiana, it's only for educators and the first responders and stuff like that. They finally
Okay.
opened it up to the teachers.
Hmm.
So that's
So
why
is
I
he
said, let me go ahead
considering?
and
So
get
he
it.
will get it. He's
I'm
going
not
to get.
sure.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure, but that's why I was like, oh, okay, that's a good thought. I don't know. He probably wouldn't care. I'm gonna have to definitely talk. That's a good conversation, though.
Okay. All right. So I haven't gotten it. I did get a survey about it, asking me if I wanted to take it, for some reason, but I didn't respond yet because I'm like, I don't know yet. Um, so Kawana says, I agree with you. I want to wait until things change because right now the vaccine does not prevent you from getting it, nor does it keep you from spreading it. And plus, we all should still stay safe inside at this point.
I would
Okay.
love to stay inside.
So you're in the schools. Do you have the option
Yes.
to do virtual? Okay.
No virtual. So, and I love my babies,
Mm-hmm.
so I want to keep, and me being a cancer survivor,
Mm-hmm.
I want to go ahead and stay safe.
Yeah.
If that's and then when you think about it, to me, what got me was is it's a lot of stuff that we don't know what we're kind of putting into our body. If this is really gonna help, let me go ahead. What is there to lose from it?
Yeah. So
That's my opinion.
have you guys heard of anybody dying from the vaccine? I know I just mentioned one. So have you heard of anybody taking
Yeah.
the vaccine and then losing their life?
I haven't heard of anybody personally. Like you see the headlines and stuff, and you don't know the backstories with those. But everyone I know personally who's gotten it, I haven't even had anybody get sick. You know, a lot of people get sick from the second one. I haven't
Mhm.
even had that. Even my parents were pretty cool. I was thinking they were going to get flu-like symptoms. Nothing
Okay.
happened.
And they took the one that is 2 doses.
Yeah, they had the 2 dose.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna go to a comment before I do read the comment. For those of you that are tuning in, you can hop on live with me by clicking the restream link, copying it and pasting it into your own browser, especially if you're viewing from Facebook. So Kawana says if the vaccine is as good as they say it is, maybe it should be sent out into the mail just like our tax forms so that we all get back to business as usual. So what y'all think about that? I didn't think about that. That's kind of interesting. Y'all want y'all vaccines in the mail.
No, man.
I'm good. I went right on to Walmart.
So would you guys be opposed to getting your vaccines in the mail, receiving, you walk out to your mailbox and just get your
Mm.
vaccine? You don't
For a long
trust the shots in the
time,
mail?
SARS came through the mail, right? So we don't need nothing else. This is another version of that. Mm-mm. Nope.
Okay.
But what would you do if you're? I don't see me personally. I don't see the bad part. I'm trying to see how I want to say this. If the spouse wouldn't get it, or the partner wouldn't get it, but they could be spreading it, I guess, or we both could be spreading it. That's why I said this is a really good topic. I
Yeah.
never thought about it like that.
What was the original question? I didn't hear it.
So the original question is, your partner, or you have the vaccine, but whoever doesn't have it, they don't have it and they don't agree. So we're talking about that. So Markina, are you in a situation where maybe your partner has it or not?
Nah.
You guys don't have it. Okay. So I
Neither
don't have
of us
it.
have it. Yeah.
What did you say?
Neither one of us have it. I just learned that, if you're beast enough that you can move up the front of the line. So I think I qualify now. But
Okay.
in Georgia, most of my people my age don't have it unless they were teachers and nurses and stuff like that. So
Will you be getting it? Are you considering getting it?
I'm
Okay.
gonna get, yeah, when it opens up for me, yeah. And I
Okay.
would say if my partner didn't, I wouldn't be concerned about it too much. I know there are some people who feel different ways about it. I just think do what's best for you, because I think the point of the vaccine is to boost your immunity to it. So if you choose not to boost yours, as long as I boost mine, everybody got their choice. So I don't see a problem with it.
Okay. So Dale, if your husband says, I'm not going to get it, would that bother you, or would you feel some type of way? Or are you just like, okay, it's you? All right, that's fine.
Okay, I. Mm, mm, part of me would say, okay, I'm sorry. That's my look. It's time to go to sleep. Part of me would say, okay, that's you. But then again, you can risk getting me sick.
Mm.
You could,
So
cause he's out in the public too, like not in and out of people's houses, but you're out. I think I almost would be a little hesitant. I would want him to go ahead and get it too.
okay. So even though the vaccine doesn't stop you from spreading it, because you are getting it.
Right.
Okay.
I
So
get it.
because
Okay. I get it. What I would want to do though, honestly, I would want him to, like she said, let's boost your immune system too, because I don't need nothing to happen to you either.
yeah, that's
Like I need you to stay
it's
here.
kind of, yeah. Especially already, because if you, in your situation, you've had it for 2 weeks now, and so nothing has happened to you. So it seems that it's okay. And so your husband is around your same age, close to it, or something like that. And
Right.
so usually we can kind of say, oh, it may not, but you never know because it affects people differently. So
Differently. Yes.
you can't even say that because I heard that in Louisiana there was a what was it a city council or a mayor? I don't know that he was 43.
Oh, Luke Lutlow,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah.
He passed away. He was young. Either he was
He was
41 or 43. And he was supposed to, I think he was healthy before, but then once he got the virus, he passed away. I don't know if he had the shot or not. Did they say that he took the
I don't
vaccine?
think he got the shot. Mm-mm.
Okay. So that's interesting. So Nina says, I don't trust Johnson and Johnson. So just like you guys said, no, I'm gonna have to call my mama after the show and just like, you know what, people saying they don't trust that. Maybe you need to get the other one. So I think because she has 7 kids and she trusts that baby powder, none of us got sick.
I know that's right.
So let's see what Oksana says. Oksana says polio was killing and crippling, and there was no social media, and people
Mm.
trusted. However, times have changed, and it's difficult to trust anyone, especially the government. Just saying. Times are different. It's very sad that you can't trust. I'm gonna have to go up to read this comment. The rest of it, sorry. Um, just saying. Times are different. It's very sad that you can't trust your government and people you thought would take care of you. But is their goal to take care of you? Or is it their goal to take care of you or to make money?
Make money.
What y'all think?
Make money. I absolutely think it's their goal to make money because how did COVID get here in the first place? You know, you hear about them preparing vaccines for it years before it actually hit. So, you know what I mean? Why? How did it get here? How did it start? You know, this stuff ain't brand new. So whatever y'all were doing, it was manufactured, I'm sure. You know, so
What do
um
you think, Dale?
I would say the same. And I hate to keep bringing it back up, but like I think that way with cancer as well. Why
Mm.
why can we come up with a vaccine for that, but we can't for COVID, but nothing for cancer?
and treatments for cancer are so crazy. You know, the medication, the amount basically you're not rich, you're going to die. Those are your choices. You know what I mean? So
Now my
like
only,
that.
setback for COVID is like you don't have to pay for the vaccine. So right now
That
I'm trusting God, girl. I'm trusting God. Jesus.
I believe that we're not paying for it in some form or fashion. It's going to
Yeah,
be in our taxes. It's going to be our insurance
it's coming
hikes.
out of somewhere.
Somebody's getting paid. Please believe me.
Okay. Hey, Nina, thank you for chatting. So, Nina says, as a widowed parent, I'm more afraid of getting sick. So, I got the vaccine. So, Nina, thank you for sharing that. When did you get the vaccine? Did you have any symptoms? Has anything changed for you? And so sorry to hear that your spouse passed. So, as we wait for that, I want to go to more comments. Those of you that are tuning in, if you want to hop on live with me, the link is in the description of the video and also it is in the chat. It is a restream link. And what you need to do is copy that link and paste it into your browser. So, Kawana says, I agree with Oksana. Okay. And he also says, I think people in the world are waiting on the AIDS shot. They're waiting on the cancer shot. We're waiting on so many shots, and this one in particular was fast tracked to the public. I am very open arms about it. Okay. So, what y'all think about that? That's kind of what you touched on, Dale. So, do you have any opinions, Martina, on that comment?
No, I mean, I like I said, I'm going to get it too. I'm not so concerned about it. I know people are scared about it and they compare it to, you know, that syphilis thing and all that. But I feel like you had to fast track this one. You know, cancer, most cancers, if you catch it early enough, you might have some time, and they're going to, again, go back to the money. They're going to put you through all these treatments, and they're going to get every cent they can from you. People didn't have time with this. I know more people who died, you know, and I'm 37, you know, and at first it was only old people, right? It was only 6 people. But then when my friend from elementary school died, it's like, how, you know? So if it's that serious, I'm glad they fast tracked it. And, you know, and like they said, you may still get sick, but it's just lessening your chances of actually dying. You know what I mean? So I'm glad they fast tracked it too.
It's a
I
toss
plan
up.
I plan to eventually get it because I was one that, hey Tony, thank you for tuning in. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
One that was planning on getting the vaccine eventually. I just need more people get it.
You
And
want to
so
see if I'm gonna grow a third eye?
what did you say?
I said you want to see if I'm gonna grow a third eye or something.
Something. Because my cousin just called me this past weekend and was like, "Oh, did you hear about what they said? The apocalypse and zombies." I'm like, is the vaccine going to turn y'all into zombies? What's going on? She's like, "Girl, it's on CNN, it's on Forbes. They having conversations about it." I'm like, "Wow, I just
Can
watched
y'all hear her?
the last episode of
The Walking Dead.
Dead."
I didn't hear it.
You can't hear me?
I missed all of that.
Oh,
I,
I was just saying. I
I
was just.
have the vaccine.
You have the vaccine. Can you hear now, Dale? Dale, can you hear? Let me so Tony, I want you to talk about the vaccine from your point of view, like how you feel, what happened. Hopefully Dale comes back in. Maybe she had technical, internet issues, but Dale, come back in if you want. So Tony.
So let me tell you my experience, and then I'll talk about the vaccine itself.
Mhm.
Because I got the vaccine. I got the vaccine on a Saturday, but
Okay.
unbeknownst to me, I was exposed to COVID on the Thursday before I got the vaccine.
Oh wow.
So I got sick on the Sunday,
Oh,
and I started feeling sick. I thought I was having the side effects. I was like, okay, this is going on pretty, the body aches, the chills, the fever, all of that stuff. I'm thinking, okay, it's going on pretty long time for to be the shot back because they say 2 to 3 days. I'm like, here going on 5, 6 days. Then I find out the person I got COVID from, they told me on Friday, hey, I tested positive. I was like, okay, like wow. So
okay.
I didn't have to go to the hospital. I ended up, Valentine's Day going to hospital for 5 days. So it was crazy. I think they did say my case was minor compared to most people. I do believe because I had that first vaccine, I had a boost in my immune system because it comes in, it kicks in your immune system to produce more antibodies. So
Okay.
I went back so I got out the hospital a week later. Well, yeah, I was sick for a week, went in the hospital for a week, and then the next Saturday, the Saturday after I came out, I get the second shot. And so my results of the second shot was all I had was a sore arm on where I got the actual shot at. I didn't have, I think I might have got a little fatigue a little bit, but I didn't have all the major side effects that everybody else had, or the people are saying they're having. So for me, getting a shot you have to look at your risk factors. And that I was the type of person, I'm very analytical, and I said, I'm going to wait and see how people are going to react before I get the shot. But then I talked to a medical professional at one of the hospitals in my area, and she said, hey, number one, you got to look at your risk factors. If you're a black male, you're twice as likely to die from COVID as other
Mm.
people. If you're a Hispanic male, you're 1 time more likely. Then if you're overweight, I'm overweight. So guess what? That shoots your risk factors up too. If you potentially have high blood pressure, diabetes, or any other things, they'll increase your risk factors too. So you can go from the average person, their survival rate, to 5, 6, 7, 8 times your rate. So why not get the vaccine? It's better to try to take the vaccine than potentially run the risk of COVID and you experience the negative side effect or have a negative experience. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get educated about the vaccines and educated about the disease and the factors of our death, because Black people are dying from this. You know, we're affected by COVID in multiple ways. So, I mean, you got kidney issues as a result. I had pneumonia. I mean, COVID pneumonia, which is a common thing, but mine was light compared to other people. You know, and I still have a raspiness in my voice. I don't even have my full voice back. And I've been out of the hospital for almost a month now. So the reality,
was it a month ago that you first got COVID, or
it's just
when was
over a month now.
okay?
Just
So
over a month now. I went into the hospital. So it's been over a month that I had COVID.
Okay. So you believe that had you not got that vaccine, it would
It
have
could have
been
been worse.
okay. And so how were they able to tell that you had it 3 days before? Because that's kind of close in days.
It's called contract tracing. So if you know yeah, I mean, I've taken a contract tracing course, so I know my risk factors. I know where your possible exposure is at. So my risk, it's crazy because I mean, I'm an Uber driver, and so my car, I have a bubble. I mean, I have a whole plastic thing up in my car that there's no contact with me, and everybody has to have a mask on. So my risk factors are low. I'm not around other people. And I literally was around since COVID has come down. Outside of my family, I've only been around 5 other people without a mask on, and we still social distance in when I haven't had a mask on. So the reality is like I know exactly where I got it from because who I was around when I got sick. Because if you get sick, you count 2 days prior to when you first started feeling sick. That's when you got COVID.
Yeah, because they do say that it does. As soon as you get it, you don't display or show immediate.
It takes 2 days for you when you start feeling sick. Come back 2 to 5 days. That's when you got exposed.
Okay, I know this is off topic, but I saw this morning. You guys probably saw it too. It's a video that's probably going viral right now about the Uber driver. Since you said it, he picked up these 3 passengers, females, and they coughed, and he was like, "Please put on your mask." They got in the car without the mask. But we ain't wearing no mask, and they just started, and then they ripped his mask off. Did you see that?
I did.
Because that's kind of risky, because what if they did have COVID and then they rip your mask off and they coughing and stuff, acting a complete fool? That's kind of risky to me, but that's totally off topic. But since you brought up the driver,
I think it's a good. I'm sorry, I don't mean to dominate the conversation, but I do believe that it's a real issue because people need to be cognizant of other people and how they interact with people. I mean, we telling everybody wear a mask and stay social distance, but then you get in these spaces where people feel like they own the space for their 20 minutes, that 30 minutes they're in the car and they can do whatever they want to do. And no, you really can't, because it's not about even you or the driver, but it's about anybody and everybody that inhabits that space at any time that they're on that shift. Because real talk, most Uber drivers will not sanitize their vehicle after each and every rider. I sanitize when I drive. I sanitize 2-3 times a night. If you extra drunk and you're extra talking.
That's good to know. And I'm glad. Thank you for taking that, because I'm a big Lyft user. I don't do Uber. I do Lyft. And so I just went somewhere and used the Lyft. But it's good to know. And then I try to sometimes have my gloves so I'm not touching stuff. So I think this time I didn't wear my gloves, but because it kind of got hot, it got warm. So I'm like, I look kind of crazy with the gloves, but you know what? I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna wear these gloves. Let them say what they want to say. Have their own.
I had a girl bring a trash bag and sit on it.
What did you say?
I had a girl bring a trash bag and sit on it because she didn't want to touch my seat.
You know what? I might put
And I
on
got cloth seats. I got cloth, not leather.
So let's go to the comments right now. And thank you, Dell, for letting me know. If you do want to hop back on, you can. No problem. Nina says, I have a single mom friend that volunteered to do a vaccine study. I think that's crazy, and I couldn't do that. So, what do y'all think about the vaccine studies? Like people participating to do that. Would you consider that, or do you know somebody that's doing that? And so, Nina, uh, have you spoken with your friend? Has she given you any feedback about how it's going and what's all entailed in this study? So, what do you guys feel about it? Chime in on the comments.
I wouldn't do any studies, especially as a single parent. Like, I know when I was in college, they were posting all over campus about women donate your eggs, and because people want to. And I'm thinking, how much money? You see the little money, and you're like, hey. But
How many eggs you need?
You realize what you're risking, and especially, I got a little baby girl. I can't just be out here willy-nilly risking my life for a couple pennies. You know what I mean? So I think it depends on where you are in your life. I'm grateful for the people who got it to where it's at, but I'm not one of them. So.
Okay. So what about you, Tony?
I considered it, but then I had to consider the risk. The reality is that you don't know if you're going to get the vaccine or you're going to get a placebo. So I'm not going to be out here trying to think I got the vaccine or don't know if I got the vaccine. I could have got a saltwater injection, and here I am, acting like I got the vaccine and I got saltwater, and then I get COVID and wind up on a respirator. What do I look like? I mean, we need people to, be in these trials. We need people. Yeah. And Black people need to be part of the clinical trials because what they say, our bodies react different to medicine. So we do need to be a part of it, but you have to consider that risk. Are you willing to take that risk of not getting a vaccine?
Or the bad versions of it, because they go through different phases before they get it right. I always think of what's Venom? You saw the Spider-Man Venom movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where all the was in there, the homeless people, and that's what I think of. So I know that's dramatic, but it can't be me. I can't risk it. But like you said, there's people who do, to get it through the stages and to see what happens. So by the time it gets to me, it's safer. Maybe not 100%, but safest. I couldn't.
Well, the other thing is like you talk about multiple trials. I think that's just why a lot of Black people don't do it is because of we're afraid that they're going to test on us like they did the in the Tuskegee experiments. I mean, we're still thinking that is what is going to happen if we take this vaccine. We don't know what they're going to do, but if it's been tested and tried, and you got 5 million people, or like a million people getting the vaccine now, I think it's worth trying.
And like you said earlier, you got to weigh your risk. Right now, what are your options? Get COVID and very highly potentially die, or get the vaccine and maybe have a better shot. Yeah, there's a couple people who have, adverse reactions and that kind of thing, but the majority of the people have been okay. And if you don't really have 10, 15, 20 years for the real trials, how they do real medications, right? Like it's either now or never. So,
Okay, so I want to go to a comment really quick, and then I have a question for both of you. Hey Tiffany, thank you for tuning in. She's chiming in on the what we were talking about earlier about the girls in the car. She said it was only one of the girls without a mask. Still wrong, but it was just one. You know what? I don't care. One person can get you sick. One person, all that it's just one person to be around. I have a homegirl that got sick just from being around one person. So all of them, and then the thing about that particular episode is that maybe one person didn't have their mask, but I saw two of them coughing without a mask.
Mm-hmm.
So whether they had it, they didn't have it on entirely during the whole time, and that was just completely rude, like crazy. Like they need to be arrested. So and fined and all of that stuff, because that's like putting somebody's life at risk on purpose. And who's to say how his health condition is? Who's to say what's going to happen? If he caught it, let's just say one of them had it, didn't even know they had it. He got it, and now he's struggling to live, fighting for his life. So I don't care how many people, these are your people. And I saw that there was one girl that was in the middle, she was covered. So maybe, she didn't agree with it, but still she should have checked her friends because, they say birds of a feather flock together, in which we know that it's true. But like, I'm just like, that's not cool. I don't care. That's not cool at all. So, Makina, you made me think about your last comment. I'm trying to remember. I should have wrote it down. Should have my pen and paper. But I know what the question is, but it was something that you said made me want to ask. So, what do you think about the age? Because everybody at the beginning they was like, "Oh, these people over this age are more at risk, or this certain age." And so, at the beginning, I don't believe that they were saying people over their 40s were at risk. It was the older people. But we have witnessed people in their 40s dying. Like I just mentioned that it was I don't know, he was a city official or something in Louisiana, only 41 or 42, 43, no more than 43. He got it, and to what we know, he was in great health, but he got the COVID and passed away. It was shocking. So what do you have to say about that? Do you believe that we should factor in if we're in our 30s? Because I'm close to your age. I'm just a year younger than you, Markina. And so should we feel like, oh, since I'm younger, I'm not in the age group that they're saying, I'm okay? Because they said before that it was, what is it, 60 something before, or late 50s, and now people are dying below that age.
They said
So
a lot of
we
things until
feel
so many
about
people dropped dead. You know what I mean?
what
First,
did
it
you
was,
say?
they said a lot of things before everybody in every stance dropped dead. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was over 60 elderly at first, and then kids couldn't get it. Oh, the baby died. Oh, well, if you're now she died. So I wouldn't trust any of that. I mean, at the very max, I would think, the school age kids, they have had some cases of them as well, but so far statistically they've been the least likely to die from it. So
Right.
maybe not going to get the kids vaccinated quite yet, fine, but anybody who's grown, anybody over 18, I would say go ahead and get it. All those kids who went to spring break and was over home shut down, and they're going back this year, like y'all didn't learn. Right? But
Yeah, I'm
consider
not happy with that. That's another topic that I probably would have, because I'm not happy with that, because we haven't gotten it in control. We haven't gotten it under
that's why
control.
I haven't gotten it in control. If they would have made everybody sit down the first time, and enforced it, all this.
Yeah, take extreme measures like some of these other countries are doing. We're so advanced in technology and are thinking, how come we can't be advanced with this virus? How come we can't do it? People don't want to do it. They're worried about themselves.
2 weeks compared to the year and damn near a year and a half going, and for this one, because even after the shot, they say it takes several weeks for it to get your immune system up. That's why you got to get 2 shots a lot of times.
21 days.
Yeah, so we're gonna be. They
said
April.
My mind. I'm like, I might need to get this vaccine. But the only thing I'm kind of concerned is I did recently have surgery. And so I'm just kind of like, oh, because your body, when you go through that type of process, your body is weakened a little bit. And so I'm like, is it too soon? So that's another thing that I'm thinking about. So I'm putting all of it together, but because I was not afraid. People used to say, I don't do the flu shot. I don't do the flu shot. I got my flu shot. So I got my flu shot all the time.
I don't do the flu shot.
Yeah,
me. You don't do the flu shot, but you got the corona. So Tony, Markina just spoke. So what do you think about all of this, and also talk about how you came about doing the coronavirus shot versus you don't get the flu shot?
So I do the flu shot.
I'm trying to get the corona shot.
So here's the deal. I don't do the flu shot because I've had an experience taking, I got misdiagnosed at one point in time. And so when I got misdiagnosed for something, they gave me Tamiflu, and I have every side effect. I don't do well with a lot of medicines. So when I have all these side effects, I don't want to go back into doing something that I definitely don't, that may give me all the side effects. And that flu was one of the worst flu I ever had from the Tamiflu. So I have no desire really to take it. The other thing is you got to see how the medicines and these vaccines are being bred. And, I'm sensitive to eggs. So if I'm sensitive to eggs, I can't take certain things because I will have a reaction to it. So yeah, that's for me. But knowing that what ended up happening with me is like my church actually hosted an event where they were doing the coronavirus vaccine. I went to volunteer, and I actually, because I'm an Uber driver, we were allowed to, literally that week they had just announced that Uber drivers were in the class to be eligible to take the vaccine. Somebody didn't show up. It was a spot. I took the vaccine. Yeah.
Wow. So are the Uber drivers, do they get to get it sooner than most people? That's good.
Well, here where I live, yes.
Okay.
We're considered essential workers. So you got to think about, the Uber drivers are taking each and every person back to work, and we take a lot of medical professionals and take people to the hospital.
Okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense because, just like we were speaking about that incident, that's terrible. I hope that they would offer it to it. Let's go to a comment right now. So we have Kawana saying, I feel people that are in need financially will do just about anything. I've always told myself I was going to donate semen just to get a couple of $100, but then in the back of my mind, I was like, "What if I run into my son or daughter 20 years later?" I have to go up to read this comment. Let's see. 20 years later, looking just like me. You know what? That's funny because you do got to think about that because that's out there. You can do all of that. Donate semen. You got kids all over the place. But anyway, let's continue. Nina says, oh, okay. She's referring to your comment earlier. And those of you that are just tuning in, if you want to put your 2 cents in, you can hop on live with me by copying the Restream link that's in the description or in the comments and pasting it in your browser. So Nina says, too much risk as a single parent not to be protected. Okay, so she's going back at what you said, Markina, because Markina, you said that basically as a single parent, I wouldn't do that study. And I think she's piggybacking on what you said. So too much risk as a single parent to not be protected. That's very interesting. So you have one single mother that's saying, you know what, I'm not going to put myself at that risk. That's too much risk to go and do a study. And then you have another person saying too much risk to not even do it, to not be protected. So, what are your thoughts on that? This is very interesting. I want to hear both points of view. So, Nina, if you are still watching, tell me a little bit more. So, I'm going to give it to the people that are live with me right now, which is Markina and Tony. What do y'all got to say about this?
About the single parent?
Yes, was you basically just said the opposite of what she's saying.
Oh, I thought she was saying the same thing. Well, I mean, to me.
Oh, well, she could be, but let's just take it as if she's not, because I read it as if she's talking about too much risk to not be protected.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like I said, weighing the risk factors. And like I said, my friends my age died, you know what I mean? Or their husbands have died. So
Is it from the COVID?
From COVID, yeah. So like, especially, and like he mentioned, so especially the Black people, so people with asthma, people with diabetes. So you could be young and still have all those things. So you're not, in that, oh, we're perfectly healthy, we probably won't have anything happen to us thing. So like you said, me being overweight, my risk is up. So if the risk is that great, especially here in Atlanta, they have not closed down to this day. We tried to go have a little distance dinner the other day. As soon as we got off the freeway, I mean, the streets were packed with people. It is that deep.
Y'all not playing out there.
Yes. So even just going to the gas station, little things that you have to do, it's a risk. I'm not locked up. I'm considered an essential worker just because they want me in that office, because I could be here at home doing the same thing, right? But
Yeah.
I have to go to work. I have to cross people. So it's not worth the risk for me, especially as a single parent, to contract it and have anything go down, especially knowing that, yeah, I'm overweight, or whatever it is, and then leave my baby, you know what I mean? So for me, I'm getting it. I think the risk, the benefit outweighs the risk there, I think.
Okay. So Tony, what do you think?
I mean, I think that as a single parent, you have the same risk factors as any other person, but the reality is, the reality is you have a child to think about. I mean, children, yes, they don't run the risk of, they have a lower risk factor as far as catching COVID, but you don't want to get COVID. And like the girl that was in Texas, she came home and both her parents was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she was 12 years old and both her parents had COVID and they died at the same day. And that's kind of harsh to think about, is that you done came home and lost both your parents. And now you got one parent, and that's all they got right there. You don't know I don't know if Nina's child's father is in the life or not, and if they're not the case, what if she had no family? What if she had no support system? What's going to happen to this child now? So she's got to think about that in the long run.
I also want to add too, like my daughter's back in school now, and I tell you, they quarantine every day. Anybody in the class sneezes, that means everybody, there's a contact, the principal calls. I don't even know why they're in school, right? But so her bringing it home, she's young, and healthy, right? So, but she can bring it home to me every day, and I wouldn't know it. Nobody knows it because they call you a week later. Oh, they actually got it 5 days ago, so maybe quarantine for another.
Uh-huh.
By the time you hear about it, I done been to work, I done crossed everybody else. You know what I mean? So it's easy to spread. So just keep that in mind as well.
This is really interesting. Might have to have a part two to this conversation, because this is very interesting, and I do want to have more people speak up about it, because this is actually happening right now. It's affecting the world right now, and I did want to, when I initially did thought about this topic, I wanted to have more of in a relationship, how do you feel about it? Because we all brought up very great point of view. It's like, and this is what this show is about, hearing from you, and then we all think about it, because now you guys got me thinking about changing my mind, because I'm like, I'm gonna wait, whereas I would get my flu shot, whenever I got my little notification from CVS, time to get the flu shot, I'm like, okay, let me go get this flu shot. And then when a coronavirus flu shot comes around, I'm just like, let me wait a little bit. And I think for me, it's been what I'm seeing. Or, I have the little CNN app on my phone. They like, oh, someone died. They just got the vaccine. And it was a doctor who had been taking care of patients, got the vaccine. He started having problems and he died. And they're like, you know what? What's going on? So before then, so I'm just like that. But it makes you think, because you have a family, you have people that are depending on you and relying on you. So what do you do? And just like Nina said, it's too much of a risk as a single parent to not be protected. So she could have been talking about her friend that did the study, and then she could have been talking about herself, basically, but she did say she had the shot. So I want to go to another comment from Kawana. Kawana says, my grandfather used to tell me about tuberculosis camps. No, my grandfather used to tell me about tuberculosis camps where they gave the shots back in the day. That they experimented on black folks, and a white guy told him, don't take the shot, and had he took it, he would have died. He said a lot of brothers, I'm gonna have to go back to read this comment, sorry. A lot of brothers ended up not making it. You know what? That's kind of crazy. So like you mentioned, I believe Markina that you believe this stuff. Did you say it was, they already knew about it or something like that?
Yeah,
Did
they
you
were
say something of that sort? What did you say?
already preparing, working on a vaccine a couple years ago, I guess. I don't know the exact dates. I don't want to misquote anything, but it was in somebody's radar. Let's at least say that.
And I kind of agree with that because when it first started, I don't know if there's a book. So tell me if this is true or not. I don't remember the name of the book where years ago, it was back in the 80s, someone said there was going to be something that spreads and kills people. And they named the coronavirus. So did you guys hear about that?
I mean, no, but I was going to say remember, this is COVID-19. So this is the 19th version of the coronavirus. Coronavirus been a long time. They had images out there. It was like, oh, they knew about this, whatever, because if you looked at the Lysol bottles, it said it killed
Yeah,
coronavirus on it. But
absolutely.
it wasn't talking about this coronavirus. It was talking about the other versions of the coronavirus. And remember, SARS was a coronavirus. Ebola was a coronavirus. This is it. They knew that, there was going to be biological warfare, or people were going to use this type of outbreak was going to happen. That's why they were trying to develop a vaccine, because it's just like you got drug resistant versions of like gonorrhea and syphilis now. I mean, so eventually they need to be working in the future to stop something that's going to happen that hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm. That was one of President Obama's quotes when he was saying that we need these resources in place now because God forbid a pandemic hits. So
Yeah, guess what? It did hit.
like
Yeah,
the
it's
tuberculosis
crazy.
camps and the syphilis camps and all that thing. A lot of people are still scared about those things, even though it happened. They did a lot of bad things to Black people. A lot of bad things. I do think one thing that gives me comfort here is they didn't come to the hood first and say, "Hey, here's your shot. Take this." They went to their doctors, went to their nurses first. So the people that they're giving it to first, unless you believe that they have a different dosage for different people, which I don't believe. I would find more comfort now than back when those trials were happening and all the other atrocities that they did. This round, they're giving it to the best and the most needed first. You know what I mean? So,
And I can dispel that myth about them giving different doses to different people, because I literally was in a room with 200 people getting the shots, and I've seen them like literally like give the exact same. You don't know who's getting what shot because everybody's sitting in chairs. And so there's Black people, Latinos, white people. I mean, everybody is there in the same room getting the exact same shot and the exact same doses.
mm-hmm.
Wow, this is very interesting, and I think a very much needed conversation to have. So, anybody have some last comments? Anything they want to add to the conversation about this subject? Because I think I'm gonna bring this subject back because I think it brings more awareness to all of us. Kawana says, I love y'all. This is so real. It is real. This is happening right now. And I want to hear more people speak about it. Just like we had Dale on here earlier that mentioned that she has it. She has the vaccine and she's had it for 2 weeks and she's fine. She's okay. So and then we have Tony here. Thank you for joining. That said
Thank you.
he has it, and you actually caught Corona, and if you believe it, if you hadn't got that shot, you would be much worse off. So this is really good. I think I'm going to have a part two to this conversation because this is really, really, really interesting and a much needed conversation because this not only affects romantic relationships, it affects all relationships as we spoke about earlier, families, kids, relatives, friends. So I think I'm going to have this. Anybody have anything to say before we hop into topic two?
I got a real quick thing to say, and this
Okay.
do your
This is what this is about. Yes.
yeah. Number one, I would just say do your research.
Okay.
Do your research about it. Go to the CDC, find out what they say. I mean, if you're saying you just had surgery, go do your research and see if you should get the shot or you shouldn't get the shot. They'll tell you if they recommend it or they don't recommend it. And then you got to decide for yourself if you're going to take it or not. And then the last thing I was going to say is, they say the Pfizer vaccine is the most successful, but I will tell you,
When did you say that again?
huh? Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Repeat that. Which one is more successful?
The Pfizer vaccine is supposed to be 95%. Then it's supposed to be the Moderna, and then the Johnson and Johnson. Well, the Johnson and Johnson, if you can get it, is one shot, and they tested it into two different groups. They tested it in South Africa and the United States. So they have a better advantage than some of the other places, or just some of the other vaccines. But I will tell you, I just heard somebody say, just get a shot. Doesn't matter which shot you get, just get a shot. You have a better chance than having no shot.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel you agree with that?
I do. I mean, like, I got the Pfizer vaccine. I didn't want to get the Moderna because of people had a little bit more side effects, and especially if you have allergies. And then the Johnson and Johnson, I don't know about it came out, but they did say people that had the Johnson and Johnsons, once they got it, they didn't have any side effects, or nobody ended up in the hospital after they had the Johnson and Johnson.
Okay, so I think was it you, Marquina, that mentioned that you knew somebody that took the Johnson and Johnson and things have been going wrong? Because I think Dell was on here at that time, so I don't remember. So maybe Dell was the one that mentioned that. She was like, "I don't recommend the Johnson and Johnson because I know people where it didn't work out right with that vaccine."
Yeah, I don't know.
Only thing I heard was that there was nobody that ended up in the hospital right after they had the shot.
Okay.
There's memes going around and jokes about Johnson and Johnson, but I don't know what's actually factual, statistically.
Okay. So, thank you for that information. I think I'm definitely going to have this topic again because this was great, and we have been chopping it up for over an hour on this specific topic, and I usually have two topics on the show. So I'm going to continue. For those of you that want to chime in on the next topic, and remember, this show is called Off Limits. So we talk about everything that we do naturally because as natural beings, we shouldn't be putting things, hiding things, or you're not comfortable talking about things that we do naturally. So chime in, hop on live with me. Next topic is masturbation in relationships. Is it too much? Is it wrong? What do you feel about it? So let's start it off. Y'all ready?
Sure.
So, Martina, look at Tony. Tony, what is that face? He's like, what is that face?
Put the church finger up and walk out.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. You can always leave your feedback in the comments.
I got you.
Okay. All right. So, Marquina, what do you have to say? What do you think about masturbation in the relationships? Hold on, before you say that,
Okay.
if you want to hop on live with me and put your 2 cents in, then go ahead and click the link below to hop on live with me right now. So, Marquina, let's go ahead.
I don't think, if you do it outside of a relationship, then you can do it inside a relationship. I don't think that should matter. And I think that's a personal choice. You know what I mean? If your partner doesn't like you masturbating, then that's a conversation y'all need to have, if you already did. You know what I mean? So I don't see the difference between in or out.
Oh, okay. So according to what you're saying, I'm getting that it's okay to have masturbation in the relationship. There's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what about if did you say
I said,
were you hungry?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So do you feel that if partner is you're in the bed together, and you sleep, but you wake up to your partner masturbating? How do you feel? Is that okay too? That's like good. Get yours.
I've seen that before, and I'm like, what you doing, right? So I'm not saying don't do it. There are times and places to do it, and that just might be me. I feel like if I'm in the bed, what you doing? Like I'm here, right? But
when is the time to do do it?
Huh?
When is the time to do it?
I'm just saying, if you're by yourself, you're in a mood, I don't care. It's just weird if I'm laying next to you. I do find it a little weird, and I know that's probably just a me thing, but I don't mind that you do it. It's just the fact that I'm laying there, like, isn't this a private situation? And it's not always private because sometimes it's part of foreplay, but just the fact that I wasn't expecting it, I guess. If I just roll over, I was asleep and I turn over and you get it in, I think that might weird me out a little bit, but not even that it would just weird me out.
Part again, you said if you're sleeping and they're just getting it in, that may weird you out a little bit. Did I get that correctly?
It might, yeah. I just have this one situation in mind where my ex is doing that.
So you sleeping, then all you hear is like something just going out, going down, and you look over there, you're like,
taking the bed, yeah. Like, sir, take me to the bathroom, or whatever you doing.
So, you feel that they should take it to the bathroom?
For me, it was just weird waking up to that,
Okay. You know what? I've been in the experience where I'm asleep and I hear, noise. And I look over and somebody's masturbating. And so I just look, I'm like, oh, okay. You couldn't ask me.
Right. If I'm laying here, like I can help you, so.
No, so is that something that you think you could get used to or what?
It wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. I'll say that. I think it might eternally weird me out if I have to keep catching you or whatever. But I wouldn't like break up with you or anything for it.
So is it safe for me to assume that you wouldn't do that? You wouldn't be the one caught masturbating with your partner in the bed. It's not safe, y'all. I'm calling it out.
I don't think so. Outside of maybe foreplay, you know what I mean? Or sometimes I got to finish it off because you didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
But you ain't just gonna be asleep and wake up to me, like what the hell are you doing?
Okay. So you'll do it while they wide awake.
Yeah. It's just the caught off guard portion that gets me.
Okay. So you're fine just masturbating while your partner's over there doing his thing. You just like, yeah. You're good with that. And he look over at you, he's on his laptop, So you're fine with that.
And I also feel like, I'm a woman. So that's almost the come hither sign, for a man. I don't know. I'd have to be wide awake. I'd have to kind of be conscious of what's going on, and I'd hope it'd be an invitation. But if you don't need me, then I don't want to see it. That's kind of where I'm at.
Okay, that's interesting because I like that comment that you said because I think if you are not used to the partner that just jacks off for no reason or just jacks off and you're there, you're like, hold up, you didn't ask because you can feel some type of way like, hold up, I'm right here. You got a whole pussy right here, like a whole one. And you over there masturbating and you didn't invite me. What's going on? That's a conversation. And I think if your partner is too so much into it, you can become accustomed to it or used to it and be like, okay, whatever. And then especially the times that you don't feel like it. But it does, I think it can make you feel some sort of way. Like, why not ask me? Because that's what I'm here for. I got the whole package. I got what you need.
Right. And I know as men just want like a quickie or whatever, but again, you don't need, it's just, if I'm laying right here, if you were in the bathroom, if you were downstairs, if I wasn't immediately available and you're doing your thing, fine. But again, if I have to see it, then, I should be used in the process. That's all. So.
I agree with that because I actually feel what you're saying. I like that because like, what's the point? Like if you can get all you need, I don't need to be here. Just jack off. Have your best friend, hang out when you want to, just go home and jack off, get what you need. And so, but because I'm here, I'm just like, why? Because this is so much better, right?
Right.
Because how many times do we get tired of toys? Toys will do the job, but sometimes you're like, I want the real deal, right? And
Most
that's another.
I can't, with me, it's like the man. I need the body. I need the heat.
Exactly.
So
We're real women.
ain't gonna do
Be
nothing.
real.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And we're going to have another topic about that because I want to talk about sex toys and all of that. But I'm just like, we are real. And you want that manly, that manly feel, that masculine penis, all of it. Hold up. Is there a feminine penis?
Hey, I live in Atlanta. They're all over the place.
You're right. So that's why I asked the question. But those of us that I'm not okay, this goes both ways, vice versa. So if you are a man seeking a woman, what are your thoughts? Those of you that are listening, tune in, post your comments. How do you feel about masturbation in the relationship? Does it destroy your relationship? Is it something you can live with? Does it help your relationship? How do you feel? So, Marquina, do you feel that masturbation can affect the relationship negatively? So, if so, how?
Um, I'm not. I don't know. I haven't been in a situation where it's been an issue. Like I know that all my exes have masturbated, right? But I didn't feel like it was a problem. But in this kind of scenario where I'm here and you would still prefer to masturbate, I do think that at a certain point it might be a little bit resentment, especially if it's often. You know what I mean? So if you were just tired one day and you wanted to just get it out, fine. But if it's every Thursday or whatever it is that you're doing it so much, then like you said, it's kind of like we're missing that intimacy. I think as a woman, especially, you attach intimacy with sex. You attach emotion, when you're in a relationship anyway, for the most part. Sex is your bonding. It's how you get close. And so if you're removing me from that altogether, because you can do it yourself, it's like, I think that could become a problem, but I don't really know, honestly.
You know what, Marquina, I have to agree with you on that because I feel what you feel. I feel that you have said what I feel. So, those of you that are listening right now, that are tuning in, how do you feel? Me and Marquina, we are pretty much saying the same thing. So, those of you that are watching, do you have something opposite to say? Because I believe that it can affect the relationship negatively. And the reason why I say is because just what Marquina said. Basically, if somebody is masturbating right beside you, that's kind of like saying, I have what I need, but I don't want it. And that can affect, like she said, resentment. Hey, we got somebody in the building. That can cause resentment, and that can cause people to question themselves. Maybe some insecurities happen, like, hey, what is hand doing that
Right.
I can't do? You
Right.
know,
It's right here.
who has that song? Is it R. Kelly? R. Kelly's, put aside what he did, but that's my favorite artist. I love R. Kelly. I was made to do this. This is what I was made for, stuff like that. So I just don't get it when you have the I'm trying to say it, it's a word that's trying to come out, but when you have what it is right there that you need, but you still choose to masturbate. It could be some sort of, I don't know, a fetish maybe, but what's better than the real thing? Like Marquina says, what's better than that? We can, get it from toys, but it's like, all right, yeah, we got it. Okay. When a
You can
man,
hear me?
yes, go ahead, chime in.
Okay. What's better than the real thing is knowing yourself. What do you like? I mean, I hear it all the time. Get away from me. I can do it myself.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
independent. You know, I'm not that independent.
No, I'm just kidding. I never hear that. But you know, in
I'm not gonna
movies,
ever claim to be that independent.
it's so funny whenever I hear it in movies. But yeah, no, there's nothing better than knowing yourself and telling your partner what you want because you've masturbated enough to know what you like. That's what it really is.
So
Do you agree?
I
If
kind of
not, please
with
tell
that
me.
because you know what? I feel that yes, we know what we like, which is what we like. Which for me and Markina speaking, we want an actual man with a raw penis. We want that. You know, so we like the raw penis. We like the raw dick. So that's what we want. So
Mhm.
if we have somebody here beside us
Hi,
and
how are you?
over there masturbating, going away, yeah, whatever they do, and we right here and we like, hold up. I feel some sort of way. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna, become bitter or that I'm just gonna be like, you know what? It does make me question, like, you got a whole pussy right here. You can't use it. You don't want to use it. You'd rather do
Oh,
yourself with your hand,
oh,
whatever
okay.
it
So
is.
Kawana just said something very, very funny. He goes, "Come on now, Chris. You tell him that. You better tell him." So here, look. For a lot of people in general, I'm gonna have to say it takes a little bit of guidance for them to actually understand what their partner does want, though.
Mhm.
It takes a lot of experience that I have just to understand it by myself. Like, I feel things that maybe a different individual wouldn't with their partner. But that's because I've been there, done that. Let's go back to the general, you know, public population that does not share the same views and stimulation that I do. Um, you can't hear anything again? All right. Um, okay, so that being said, yes, I definitely do believe that
Can you
women.
guys hear me? Because I can't hear anything.
We can hear
Yes,
you now.
we can hear
Yeah.
you. We can hear you.
We don't. I do need. I do really believe that when a woman can flick her own bean better than some males, doesn't it pop into your head at all? Though that's like, all right. Well, let me just tell you how I like it, and from then on, you always like it with your partner, or does that mean that you just don't want a guy who can't satisfy you without you telling them?
I don't know. I feel like we're kind of talking about two different things. Like, I don't think
Not really.
masturbation itself, and if you learn yourself and know what pleases you and you want to tell your partner, I think that's fine. But how often am I laying next to you where you prefer to jack off than me? And I'm not even talking about except kind of foreplay, because I know sometimes people masturbate to kind of get going and they like to watch and all that stuff. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying, if I'm laying next to you and your preference is to jack off and not have sex with me, then we're gonna have a problem. Learn yourself before you get with me, if that's what you're doing.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I like that. I want to go to a comment really quick before you chime in, Chris.
yeah.
So, hey, Eric, thank you for the comment. You three need Jesus. Hallelujah. So, anyway, thank you for tuning in. Know that we need Jesus.
Yes, Lord.
Praise the Lord. So, we are natural beings, right? So we do these things naturally. So if we want to take it to the Bible says what? Go there and multiply. What does multiply mean? Have sex and what? Do it. So sex is nothing new. It's natural, right? So whether you choose to do foreplay, masturbate, and then get to it, it's still something that we do naturally. So we should discuss this. And Off Limits is a series where we discuss all of these things. So thank you, Eric, for your comment. I'm glad that you let us know that we need Jesus because guess what? That lets me know that you believe that there is a God. And if there is a God, God created sex. So sex is natural, masturbation is natural. If you don't have a partner, you're believing in abstinence, celibacy, masturbate. Okay? Do it yourself. Stay out of sin if that's what you believe. Okay? Get toys, get the dildos, whatever you need. Oh yeah. So do whatever it is that you need to do. But I appreciate the comment. So come on, hop on live with us, Eric, if you want to. Put your 2 cents in. Let us know how much we need the Lord and we can chop it up and chop it down like I like to say. Because you know what this is about. We have to stop outside of a box. We have to step outside of our boxes. And this is what this show is about, stepping outside of the box. Okay? So getting comfortable with what is natural to us and not being afraid to talk about these things. And that's what this is about, gaining a new perspective. So anyway,
Getting open too.
something.
Guys hear me?
Who?
Can you guys hear
Yeah, we can hear you. Hey.
A little bit.
me? Yay! I had some phone problems since the last time I came on. I'm so happy that I can be heard and hear you guys actually.
Okay,
Right.
so Chris, you gonna say something? Or was it?
So yeah, I think what you guys were touching base on, and I'm what I'm about to say is kind of wrong, I guess, because you guys went on to the sexual state, but what we're actually talking about right now as a topic was masturbation.
Uh-huh.
Right. So I think that you kind of told me I was wrong in what I was saying, or not wrong, but I was just kind of off the beaten path because you guys were on to the other physical part of the subject. But I was really only talking about masturbation, which is the topic, though.
Okay.
Oh,
For those
yeah.
those viewers that are just tuning in, please just give us a run back of what you said so people can chime in.
Right. Okay. Now I know I am very late. Let's see. Is 8:34 my time. So how long ago did you start
It
masturbation
was just
topic?
no, we just started pretty much right before you got on, so we were just chopping it up about that.
Oh, you jumped right into sex before masturbation, and I got in. I was like, oh, what sex? I thought we were
Yeah, so
talking
we were
about
talking about something
masturbation.
else
Hi,
before we.
Martina.
Hey, Kawana. Long time.
Okay, so yeah, we can definitely further into this sexual topic from masturbation. Absolutely. Markina,
I think
would you like to?
initially it was like what she said was, you're in the bed and you
I
wake
want to
up
go
and your partner
first.
masturbating. So that's kind of what I was talking about, not
Oh,
masturbating in general. Is yeah, but
I'm going to
okay.
raise my
Well,
hand on this one. I'm going to just raise my hand.
okay. So,
Okay, so wait. I don't want to cut nobody off. So who's
No,
you
go ahead,
going,
go ahead.
Chris?
you,
I'm going.
Kawana, you
You go.
go.
Go
They
ahead.
go. So So some people wake up at different times of the day, okay? And being a man, there's something called morning wood. Now, if you are a wholesome, down to earth, respectful that appreciates their partner and everything that they must do throughout that day, you have two options. You wake up and you say, "Hey, wake up, it's time to go." Or you let them sleep and you handle it yourself.
I got a question.
Now, if you
Oh,
start feeling a little earthquake in the bed, go on for it, go on.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. You started the next question.
Oh, yeah, I
Next.
was just saying, if you happen to feel a little earthquake in the bed, that don't got nothing to do with your physiology, your attraction, your participation, anything. Sometimes men just like to masturbate. Let's break down the word masturbate, okay? Master. Master. Now, for black folks, it might seem a little funny, but run with me on this. I am my master. And oh god, I know I'm gonna get some shit for this one.
I knew you were gonna
And
say it.
my dick is my slave. And if I want to beat that motherfucker, I'm gonna do it. And guess what? Sometimes I have looked out the window in the morning and said, "Wow, open blinds. What a beautiful day. Let me beat my meat." All right. And then continue on to make breakfast. It's
Did you
nothing
wash your hands?
personal, in
I
my
was just gonna
opinion.
say that.
Did you wash your hands? That's what I want to know.
Probably not.
He
See,
said
here's the thing.
it's
See, here's the
depending
thing.
on whether it's
Here's the thing.
What? Hold up. Now. You're not about to say, here's the thing, like this is something important. No, you're not about to say that. Here's the thing. You didn't wash your hands.
Wait,
No
no, that's
reason
what I'm about to say.
you didn't wash
Now
your hands.
look, now look, now look. This is the same uh medium. I'm gonna call the penis the medium right now because we don't want to get too many blockages because the algorithms be tripping nowadays. The
You good?
medium ain't the same as putting your hand in a plate full of mashed potatoes with gravy on it.
Hold up.
Do you
Repeat that
catch my
again.
drift or no?
Let me process that. Repeat that
you
again.
keep giving metaphors.
Hold up. Repeat that again. Let me process it. You know, Jesus
Stop giving metaphors and just say
Hey,
talking
the
even
damn
about.
thing.
hey, even Logan was like, "Hold on."
It's
Just
not
say the damn thing.
What?
So hold up. Say it again. Just say the
Do the
last.
damn thing. What I'm saying is when you're barbecuing and you pick the hot dog up off the grill and you set it in the bun, that's minimal contact. But when you put mashed potatoes on a plate and you put some gravy on it, it can get a little messy.
Okay.
I mean, I totally get it.
I don't know
I
what I'm
do.
saying.
me either.
I know you get it. I know you get it because you're weird.
I should have
Hey,
wrote that question down because I sure did have a question about what you said because you were talking about masturbating and it has nothing to
I
do
was
with the other person and their participation.
yes,
So you're saying
yes.
basically that you choose to opt out that person. They don't even have the choice to opt in. You don't need them. So I think for me, for that statement, it does have something to do with their participation. Have you given them the option to participate? Or did you just opt them out on your own?
Well,
Because like, hold up, I
let's
didn't get
go back to what I
a
first said.
relationship to jack off.
that
I'm
could just be a
I didn't get
miscommunication
into
thing.
a relationship to just finger my own self. I can do that by myself. I can play Mary J. Blige.
And
Oh,
amen. Because
I can
guess
play
what?
Independent. I can put on some Beyonce Independent. They all say it all. Cardi B. You know what? I don't need you. I can do it. So why get into a relationship when you have a whole penis there, but then this penis decides, hey, I can handle things on my own, and you have something there. I feel some sort of way. Maybe eventually I'll cool down, but at the same time, I'm just like, what?
Sophia,
Go ahead, try
Sophia.
me. Try me.
Well,
You
I
know
ain't
what? You
trying
know what?
nothing.
Why
I'm
am I
just
here?
trying.
You know what? I can get a roommate.
Oh,
For
hold on,
that,
hold
I
on.
can
Okay,
back myself
so
off
you
all the
actually brought me to a very, very wonderful question. Okay, now all four of us, which would you rather masturbate to? Music, porn, like actual video, or it could even be porn sounds. It could just like I know, come on, you as a
Baby.
guy, right?
me.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Sophia.
I want to masturbate to my man. That's who I want to masturbate to.
Like they're missing a point, ain't they, girl.
That's who I want to masturbate. Forget porn. Forget a song. Forget an image. I want to masturbate to my man. So what is the other person
Now,
masturbating?
Sophia, that's something that you have to realize is that you are a woman, and that's no disrespect. Women are more affectionate and emotional triggered, okay? Whereas a man could see a squirrel
To say to
walking
that?
on a telephone pole. Hold on. Could see a squirrel walking on a telephone pole with a nut in his mouth and think, oh shit, I need to get a nut.
You know what? He already got the damn in his mouth. He already got one. So basically,
He,
a man
he,
already
he only got it, he didn't eat it.
all with him. He already has it with him. Why go get another one? Being greedy, being inconsiderate of the nut that he already has in his mouth. But that wasn't what I was going to say. What I was going to say was, I kind of forgot. I kind of forgot. But what I was going to say was, what did you say? So I can remind me of what I was going to say because you took too long. I had both of my hands up.
That women were emotionally triggered.
Oh,
I saw that.
thank you. That's all I need. That's all I need. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, what I was going to say was, men are intelligent beings, regardless of what the media tells you.
Mm-hmm.
Men are intelligent. So you as a man, knowing what a woman needs, why don't you deliver? If you know that we need affection, why don't you give us that to get turned on? Whatever you need. If
Well,
you know that we need this, why act like you are Forrest Gump?
I would say
Why?
this too.
hey, Forrest
So,
Gump was always running.
Exactly. Why are you running
and,
away from the
and
pussy?
so is my
Exactly.
crotch
Why are
too.
you running
My
away?
crotch is
That
always
is all
running.
when you have a whole complete
Um,
pussy right there beside you.
I would
Why?
say
Markina?
so. And
Let,
then what Kamana said was like, you
let,
got a partner, she might be asleep, right? So do I want to wake her up or do I want to whatever? I love morning
They
wood.
so sweet.
Wake
Ain't they
me up.
so sweet?
You know what I mean? Now
We
it's and if you're gonna wake me up with the earthquake in the bed, at least wake me up with a gift. You understand? That's not an excuse. I'm saying we know as women, we know men masturbate. We know it. It's just a part of the man. We know that. I think the issue, well, at least what I'm trying to say is when I'm there next to you in the bed, and if your choice, if your preference is your hand, not that you masturbate. Okay, the masturbation's okay. In a relationship, masturbation's fine. But if your preference is yourself versus me, and I'm willing and ready and able, and like wake me up, I don't care. Whatever it is, if this, we've had this conversation, we're together,
yeah.
so you know it's
hey,
okay to wake me up. So when
I'm
we get
right
to
there
the
too.
point where your hand is
Fine.
still the preference, And just think about it from the flip side. You a man, you want to get it in, and I'm like, nah, baby, I got it. Nah, I'm good. Like you said, I can do this by myself. I don't need you. Or you can't get it right. I got it.
Now, men done heard that plenty of times.
And it don't sit right with them. Any of those plenty
and
of
this
times.
is where this.
You know,
Is that breakup status though?
This is what I'm trying to say.
Huh?
Is that breakup status though? Like,
no.
If a guy does get hard right before bed, and he's just like, "Baby, 10 minutes," you know, something like that. I mean, you guys have had sex 1,000 times already, right? So it's like,
nope, not me.
And she's like, "Oh no, I have work in the morning. I'm tired," you know. But then she just flips on her fucking light and reads a book. But you're fucking sitting there horny as hell, right?
Like, see, that's a different kind of woman, baby. I don't know what you're talking about right there.
Is that breakup status
for him or her?
Him.
I would like to say this. So to Chris's question, and then to Marquina's statement, there's different types of masturbation, okay? And for Sophia, if I'm wrong, please correct me. I understand when you're saying I'm right here and you choosing to jack off. That's a different context of conversation. Now, if we're talking about masturbation frequently in a relationship from either partner to keep away from the sexual intimacy between each person, that's a big difference, okay? That's a disconnect. I am going to speak from my own tallywhacking experience,
okay,
and say when you know, I said earlier, you could look out. A man could look out the window and be like, "Damn, look at that palm tree. Let me go beat it." Now, does that necessarily mean that I need to bring you into my weirdness because a palm tree just happened to turn me on?
Yes.
Knowing damn well that you got something else to do.
If I have something else to do,
that's where I'm coming from.
I just think it's the option. It's like she was saying, you made the decision for me, because I've been damn near at work and we need a 5-minute break. Let me just take a break real quick because you just seen this palm tree and this squirrel and I want to play too. I like squirrels too. It's just the option of, you know, your consideration that you want me. Okay. Now, again, I'm not saying that men aren't supposed to, you know, and they don't have the moments where it's just, hey, but if I'm right here and willing and able. Now, after that point, if I got to work and you got to go do your thing, cool. If I was not available, whatever. If maybe I'm upstairs and you're just downstairs and that's just too far of a trip, fine. But if I can see you, you can see me. Then, there's no light switches coming on for me to read a book because I'm too tired. You know what I mean? That's
I agree with Marquina because I think you should be given the option. Like, it's a difference if you say, you know what, I'm not feeling like it right now, or you already started, go ahead and get it. That's the difference. But like, actually, if the person is there, like she said, wake me up. You know, surprise me or ask me if I want. Let me tell.
But do you understand what you're saying?
Let me tell you no.
You do you understand what you're saying? You're basically saying that the man. You're basically saying that the man has to seek permission to either pleasure himself or make sure it's okay with the lady before he pleasures himself. Now let's take this into accountability. Men, wait, I see you, Sophia. I see your hand, and I'm gonna stop right after this. Women are, I'm gonna say this, and this is not disrespectful. This is just off of experience, and my experience may not be everyone's experience. But women are in the mood when they're in the mood. And guys know that you have to get a woman in the mood. Sometimes men can get in the mood just from Shit, simple shit. Some men like motorcycles. If you hear a motorcycle pass by in the distance, you're like, "Ooh, shit, that sound like some good deep throat. Let me just go ahead and rub myself." Women, some women have to get themselves off after the main course because some men can't deliver. There are different reasons for masturbation. That's why I want to say, when you bring up masturbation in a relationship, is it masturbation to avoid the other person, or is it masturbation because one person might be horny and the other one may not be?
Hey,
Okay.
Kawana,
Thank you, Tawana.
Kawana.
Thank you, Tawana.
Wait. Hold
Hey,
on.
Rob. Thank you for chiming in with the facts. Okay,
Ow!
so
Stop
Rob,
it.
hold on. Rob, who are spitting the facts? Is it the man or the woman? Because we have two
So
females
Logan,
right now, and we have two males. If you want to put your 2 cents in,
Mm.
click on the link that says Restream in it, copy and paste it into your browser, and you can hop on live and put your 2 cents in. We're cool if you just chat and put your comments in. But I want to say something to Kawana's feedback, because he's talking about we have to seek permission and all of that. It's not about seeking permission, because guess what? You get into a relationship for a what? Reason. So I'm
cause
just
for
going to say
love.
something real
Okay.
quick. For love, whatever it is, whatever reason you want to call it, love, reason. You get into a relationship for a reason. And when you get into a relationship, it no longer is about you yourself. It's not about seeking permission. Because guess what? If we want to have that type of relationship, we can be outside of a relationship. That means we don't need a relationship. But when you get into a relationship, that means that you consider the other person, regardless of what type of relationship it is, romantic, family, friends. You have a friendship because you have something in common, and there's no way that you are going to disrespect someone on purpose if you know it is an issue or a concern of the other party. So it's not about seeking
Yes.
permission.
Yes.
So if you're single, you don't need any permission, and even if you're in a relationship, you don't need permission. But what you do want to have is an understanding, an agreement, consideration. You don't want to just be doing stuff. Just to say you're a married couple. You're committed in your relationship, even if you don't believe in marriage. You're committed. Should you have a joint account with your partner, right? Your lover. Should you go just spend the money willy nilly? Like I love Disney World, Disneyland. My partner always try to get me say something against Disney World or Disneyland. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it.
That's
I'm not
not fair. That's not fair.
because I love Disney World. And
Disneyland and Disney Dick are two different things.
I want to be able to say, I might want to go to Disney World, Disneyland. I might want to get one of those lollipops, those Mickey Mouse lollipops with the chocolate, marshmallows, and caramel. So I might want to do that. So should I, as in a relationship, if we have a joint account, should I just go spend the money willy nilly without considering my partner? I don't need to ask permission. I'm grown. I don't need, not saying that your body is the other person's or vice versa, but when you're in a relationship, you consider the other person because of the respect, the love that you have for that person. So you don't just sit up here and do everything you want to do. Like y'all have a joint account. Oh, your partner put $2,000 in. Guess what? I'm about to go to Vegas. You know what? They got that bar, that buffet that I like at the Aria. Let me blow this. Let me call some of my friends. I don't need your permission.
You want to
Let me
blow
do
that?
it. I'm gonna have fun. I don't need your permission. I'm grown. And then when I come back and the bank account is empty, what? I don't need your permission. I'm grown. This is our relationship. Our
I love
relationship.
your analogy.
We talk about, because you get into a relationship usually, I'm not going to say every time, based on physical chemistry. You usually, that's the first step. You go through the physical part, like, oh, she look good. He
Well,
hot.
see,
He
hold on. You said, see, look. You just said physical chemistry. Okay, that's how a woman
I'm just
sees
telling you
things,
how you
and I'm
use
not doubting the
it.
woman.
Hold up, say it again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said when you said you get in a relationship because of physical chemistry, when 9 times out of 10, when a guy sees you outside and you looking all purty and your hair and your eyebrows and all that looking good, that's not chemistry. That's called attraction. So when you see somebody that you are attracted to,
Tomato. That's what I feel.
tomato. Okay, I'll respect that. I'll respect that. But again, I think I really believe what I'm saying versus what Markina's saying and you're saying, and what I don't I haven't even heard Chris really chime in on it too deep, but there is now there's a difference between waking up in the morning 2 hours before your partner and being respectful. Now,
I
women don't
understand
usually just
all
ram
this.
their wait, hold on. So
Some people do. Some
hold
people do.
on. Women don't usually just put their pussy in your face. Men will put their dick in your face. And depending on where you're at in the relationship or that point of the day, it could be received very well. Or you could be met with not right now. And I think that for me personally, of course, I'm gonna go for the hot spot first. Or I'm gonna hit the pussy first before I shake it, rattle and roll. But but do I subject myself to being told, "Hey, not right now. I got to get ready for work. The kids need breakfast. This, that, or the other, whatever it may be."
You better wash your hands.
Hold on, I'm gonna raise my hand on my own show.
You better
But
wash your hands.
the consideration I have for you. So when you get in a relationship, you have to have that. So we talked about if there is an agreement, and you're talking about an agreement. So hey, the person will sleep or they don't have time for that, they got to go to work. That's understandable. But if we just waking up, or we there and you just jacking off, to me that's in consideration. Have you asked the person? And what I was addressing before was not what you're talking about. It was talking about the permission slip that you talked about. There is, regardless, it's not
Yeah.
about you having, yes, you are the owner and master of your being. Yes, that is correct. But I may be the owner and
But in
master
a
of my
relationship, we
a
give our
master.
own partners ownership in that.
No, it is my right. It is your right to masturbate. If that is what you choose to do. But when you enter into a relationship, all of that selfishness walks out of the door, because there has to be a common point. There has to be something that relates, and there has to be consideration. You don't get into a relationship, even if that is not romantic. You don't get into a relationship and say, I'm just going to be about me, because guess what? That is no relationship. That is not a relationship. There is no relatability. There is no commonality. So that's what I'm talking about. You talk about the permission slip. No, when you're in a relationship,
Okay.
you ask and say, hey, would you like to hop on this penis?
I do
Will you
think that
want to
like
jump under this penis? Do you
Oh,
want to see
okay. So you know what?
whatever it is? Go
Let me
ahead,
say
Chris.
something. Now, I'm gonna go back to my first podcast that I did with you guys, and I know I did talk a lot about how whenever I'd be getting into a relationship, I would just make it very well known in the beginning what I do like. So if I did say to a partner that I was getting into a relationship in the beginning, hey, I like to masturbate. If you want to jerk me off with myself, right? Like, how about what if? It's like,
I'm with myself. You know
Please
what?
join in.
hey, look, I can fit 2 hands on my dick, so one hand of mine, and then maybe the other one of my significant partner can help me out. What if I said in the beginning of the relationship, I like to masturbate?
That's perfectly fine. If someone agrees with your masturbation schedule, that is totally fine. It's
Okay.
about getting into a relationship and then you just masturbating all with
Masturbation
like
schedule.
I'm up to somebody just constantly masturbating. I want to take it to the comments. Rob, thank you for your comment. It also takes 2 people to make it work. Exactly. Agreement. I love that, Chris. That you said basically, I'm going to tell you up front. If you are a masturbation expert, professional, you masturbate for your life. That gets
I
you
do.
through the day. That gets you
I
through the
do.
week. Then let us know. And if we agree to it, we good. And we can't complain when you masturbating and we shaking in the bed while we sleeping and it's all in our dreams and we feel like we're in an earthquake running around. So that is okay. But I'm talking about
I really can chime in on this one because you hit home with me right now. I really do this for a living. I do it on camera. I sell
Expert.
this shit. And then also I super in love BJs. Give me a BJ all the time. But at the same time, here look, when I'm at work, all right? I believe it's like very
I can't hear nobody.
I believe it's very disrespectful whenever I'm like, oh, here, suck my dick to get hard. Even though that is kind of
Hello?
their job, but at the same time, I could probably get my dick harder faster just by jerking myself off. And then once it's hard, I'm ready to go. I'm just bing, bang, boom, let's go. Well, I'm now then fucking for 2 hours after that.
I still feel like okay, from the beginning of this question to what we've all been answering, it's like we're kind of talking about different things. So like you just said, if we're just in the mood and we're talking and he gets himself going, you know what I mean? I'm cool with that because I'm coming in. If he's doing it and he's like, hey, you can have an extra hand, I'm cool with that because I'm a part of it. I think at least when I answered and when you asked, you said, Martina, is that a deal breaker or a breakup status, right? For me, my problem was because you're choosing it over me. This is your preference over me. And I'm here and available, and yet that is still your go-to first. You know what I mean? Not secondary because I'm busy, not secondary because I'm asleep, not because you're just trying to get it going and then you're gonna bring me in. But just those men who, or even the assumption.
So, Martina, I agree with you, and you agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all saying the same thing.
Yeah, I think the disagreement was about different scenarios. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Sure.
only thing that I would
Me,
disagree with was with Kawana. I'm sorry, Kawana, but wake me up. Like, do not assume, that women can't get going quick enough. I mean, you could literally breathe on my neck and I can go. So it may be just to kind of,
breathe that hot air. Can I breathe that hot air?
right. If it's first thing in the morning, breathe it from behind, no straight on, don't knock me out with the morning breath. But I'm just saying, it'll work. So if you have a woman who is willing to be woken up, now some women will be like, don't touch me, don't wake up. So there's your pass. But see, that's still secondary because at least you tried it. But don't ever get to the point where I can't get none because you don't wear yourself out every day this week. Like, come on, man. Exactly. What do you need me for?
Exactly.
What about for all the people who don't want to get smacked?
Get smacked by who?
By the significant other, because Markina, not everyone's like you.
Well, I know that. I'm assuming you're in if you're in a relationship, like you've committed to each other now, you should have dated, you should have kind of gotten to know each other before you said we're in this. So by then you should know how you can come across, what you can ask, what you can do. You know what I mean? So you should know if you're getting smacked or not. And even if you got smacked, now you got your excuse because, hey, I tried you. You said no. You know what I mean? So
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Very interesting. I
I
like all aspects.
agree with that. I definitely do. I agree with what she's saying. There's a difference. So, but like if I'm right there and
like,
you don't see the
I can't
opportunity,
hear you now either. Now I'm like Kawana.
oh, that's weird. You can't hear me either now.
I I can hear Marquina and you, Sophia. Kawana, say something.
I can only hear Chris. I can't hear anybody else.
That's so weird.
No,
Hear
can't
anything?
hear. Can't hear Kawana. Okay.
So anyway, go ahead. Chris, were you gonna chime in on that?
Yeah, there is two different parts of it, and like I was saying, and I don't really need to speak too much further into it because uh, I think Marquina and I really did cover everything. She agrees with what I said, and I do agree with what she said. So, yeah, I think actually, Marquina, you want to go out on a date? Marquina and I actually, a man to a woman to a man, we actually can agree on this show right now. I think that we've proved a point here, and you know, what needed to be said was definitely said.
I still can't hear Sophia. Can you hear her?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I mean, I
Uh,
can't hear her or Kawana. I can
oh,
hear
okay.
you, but that's it. My phone has
Maybe
been
just come back
crazy
in,
all
go
night.
out and come back in.
Uh,
That's what.
so Sophia, though, while we are waiting, on others to be able to have a voice recognition, what was the first topic of today?
Oh, that was a big topic. Actually, I'm going to be bringing that one back because it
Oh
went
wow.
well over an hour. So that was about if your partner has the COVID vaccine and you don't have it because you don't agree. So that was a really great conversation. I pretty much had to end that one. It went,
Oh
I
wow.
think,
Okay.
about right before you hopped on, which we started 10. So I think you hopped on like 15 after or something like that.
Right.
So or 30, I don't know. But anyway, so it was a really good one. So that was the topic on that one. Markana, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh
Hey,
good.
that's strange how it just cuts off. Oh, but anyway, so I agree with Markina that is different. We're talking about different things because I know Kawana mentioned, about the permission slip and then also about Markina mentioned about how if you're not available, that's totally different. That's understandable. And then sometimes you just get used to it and to the point where the person is just masturbating and you're just like, oh, forget it. You masturbate by yourself. Just go ahead. You do it all the time. So continue to do it without me. You're not even turned on about it because they don't include you from the beginning. So they don't need you. So you feel some sort of way, in which is what I was saying earlier. So what do you guys think?
Uh, Marquina, would you like to go first or?
Oh, I was just gonna say, this is probably a different conversation, but it may also depend on like how you were raised. I know when I was younger and I was brought up in the church, it was like masturbation was like, ooh, it was worse than having sex, right? It's worse than adultery. You don't do that. So then when you kind of grow up and get over that, it is still kind of private. So if I'm catching you and seeing you, I think that may play its role in why are you doing that? Not that you're doing it, but why am I seeing you? That's something you're supposed to do behind closed doors. So that might play a role in it for people. I was just thinking of a different perspective. Like when I said
Okay.
out with my ex when his little feet were, waking me up. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
So, how about the fact? I wish I had Kwan on here too, so it would be two males and two female perspectives. But what about? He's trying to come back. Okay. Now, will you initiate a hand job? Would you just be out in public and kind of just grab at the dick?
Oh yeah, that's kind of like my favorite thing, like the not getting caught. You know, let's go.
No. Even if you do get caught, be like,
Marquita,
oh
what did you
yeah,
say your
dick.
sign was?
Huh?
What was your sign?
I am
Oh,
cusp of Virgo Leo. I'm August
Oh yeah,
23rd.
you did say that. Okay, that's your Leo side, sort of, I think. Because
Just,
that's huh?
fun.
see, I'm an Aquarius. Aquarius 7th, February 7th. So like I'm kind of aloof all the time, and if I'm with someone that I know is sexual and I am gonna want to partake in sexual measures later on in the night, yeah, I'm gonna be a little flirt too. I'm gonna grab at the pussy. And depending on how my partner at that time would like it.
Yeah,
You know, if she likes it a little rough, I'm gonna grab it a little rough. If she likes it a little gentle, I'm just gonna give her like a little swoop. You know, let her know I'm there. Let her know this is what's happening tonight, though. There has to always be that communication.
Okay.
You know,
You know,
throughout the day. So, like, if I'm getting home from work, right? Say I work like a corporate job or something. I'm getting home to my, significant other or just a girl that I want to be there. I don't know. But yeah, just I could want just a night of movie and knock out and then wake up. But yeah, I would just be like, there would be the communication. I'm tired right now. Let's watch a movie in the morning. You're gonna get the morning wood. Like let it be known. Let it be known.
yeah, and
And
then
then
you're tired, and then I catch you masturbating. Like, see, that would piss me off.
oh fuck, that would irritate the
oh
shit out
yeah,
of me
that
too.
happens.
But I mean,
I
at the
just
same
don't
time,
feel
though,
like it. I just don't feel
if
like
I
it getting
seen you
5 minutes later. Yeah,
if I seen
absolutely.
you masturbating, my cock's getting hard immediately. I'm just touching my head and bam, it's there. All right, I'm ready to go. So yeah, I would hop on. But yeah, not everyone can just transfer over into that situation after that though. But yeah.
I like that. I like what you said,
Oh,
Marquis. About. Oh, go ahead, Kawana. I mean, Chris. Sorry.
okay, so I want both of you. I would like both of you to chime in on how important it is for the communication, though, because I think that's a very key thing, and I didn't hear a lot back.
Oh yeah, communication is always the number one thing. No matter what
That's
it
the
is,
thing.
especially in sex. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's how you know what your limits are. What you're comfortable with, what you like.
Right.
Communicate what you don't like masturbating when I'm here. I'm gonna tell
I agree.
Like you would say that out loud though, be like, "What the fuck? You told me you didn't want sex, but now you're masturbating." You would say it out loud, or you would just like get a little irritated and turn over and put the covers over your head and just knock out and not say jack shit.
if you told me that, Marquina, I don't want to have sex right now, I'm tired, and then I turn around, because I don't know if I would say it in my irritation. I'd probably bring it up when I was less irritated, so it wouldn't be a stupid fight, if I really wanted to know.
Exactly. That's why.
And
So
yeah, and if your thing was I'm tired and you don't want to do all the work, because I can do the work, you know what I mean? What's your reason for getting here? Let me understand, you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
after you only got so many of those though. So let's say you were too tired on Monday and that was caught, and then again on Tuesday. By Wednesday, now I'm thinking you just don't want me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I agree with that because you don't want to have a conversation necessarily when you're angry because
Right.
then that can open the door for other things. So cool out, be mad, put the cover over your head, talk about it the next day, the next morning, later on that day, whatever it is, because chances are you have cooled off from your anger, especially if you know it's something that really upsets you. Upsets
Yeah.
you. Which is that? Because it can be because you necessarily don't want someone like we've been talking this whole conversation jacking off while you are there. They didn't ask your permission. All you know, you look over and you just see them just going at it. I'm like, what the, you know? And so it kind of makes you feel, some type of way. You feel like, why am I here? You don't want me. Am I good enough? Am I attractive to you? Do I turn you on? All of those things. So yes, I would like to be asked every single time and give me the option to say no before you jacking off and getting it by yourself because you can get it by yourself all day long outside of a relationship you know and that's how I feel. But when you're in a relationship, you have to become considerate. It's no longer just about you, it's about the relationship. And to answer your question, Chris, communication is very important. If there is no communication, there is no understanding. If we take that globally, we don't understand what we can't understand what we don't know. If we're talking to a whole different nation and we have no communication and we don't have any understanding of what it is that they desire, they don't have any idea of what we desire. So communication is necessary in order to understand. So communication is the very, 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 very first part of it. There's
Very,
no
very.
without communication, period. There's
God
some
gave us words for a reason.
communication, whether it's sign language, body language, whatever it is, there's some form of communication that has to happen in order for you to understand. So communication is vital. It's important. You have to have it in order to make your relationship work or to continue to make your relationship work.
Mhm.
Good, good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Now, touch base on his feet. What
Hello?
was that about?
You're like, I don't know. I said that 2 hours ago. I said that 5 minutes ago. I don't remember.
Can y'all hear me?
No, no, no. It's what Kawana said.
What is it?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Are you there, Kawana? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna talk. I can hear y'all, but I don't know what's going on. Uh Damn. Sorry about this, you
I can't
guys.
hear him.
Because masturbation is amazing. I'm gonna just start by saying that. Hopefully y'all can hear me.
I can't hear him. I would have left
Sometimes I
too.
like to masturbate my woman. Okay.
Okay.
And when I masturbate my woman, I take the time to figure out how to press that button.
What did he say,
A lot of
Sophia? I
what
can't
y'all
hear him.
said, and I did hear Marquina say a lot of people kind of try to keep it hush due to the church, due to things that it's off topics, and that's what we hear. Um, I just happen to believe masturbation is a beautiful thing, whether it's shared with people or uh, solo. And polo, you should.
So, Kawana, I don't know. I guess we lost you, but you guys haven't noticed. I've been getting masturbated this whole entire time. It's been great.
Oh, can we see?
I have to go now. It's finally time for sex.
Oh, it's finally time. This is your alarm went off. Well,
Well,
you had great composure. You're professional. That's what I have to say. You looked at us right in our eyes. You're great.
I'm a seasoned vet. There's been feet on my penis this whole entire time.
Oh, okay. Wow, that is amazing. How many of you
Yeah.
guys wish that was you if you had a penis? I'm so silly.
Not everyone's a foot person, and I'm not a foot person at all. But there's socks and pants in between, so I'm like, okay. But now comes the hand, and then comes mouth, and then comes pussy and ass. So I'm gonna do the full roundabout tonight. I do have to leave you guys though. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
For the course menu. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I see you guys.
Good
Bye.
night.
Thank you for
Bye.
tuning in. We
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
Hopefully
See you next
tomorrow I can too.
Okay, awesome. That's what it's about. Yes. Enjoy.
Okay.
Bon
Good night.
appetit. All right. So while Chris is about to get his in, so what were you going to say, Kawana?
I don't know if you can even hear me right now. I'm having problems again. So
Okay, so we can't hear him right now. Marquita, did you have anything that you were saying before then?
No, I think I said everything on my side.
Okay, awesome. You know, this was very, very great. It was so interesting. I enjoyed this conversation tonight. Kawana mentioned that he was speaking, but we can't hear him. So, anyways, this is the last call for chiming in. Put your 2 cents in. We have been chopping it up for almost 5 hours, which is the longest show that I've had. I've had over 2 hours, but 2.5, we on something else. Look at Kawana trying to come back in. He's trying to break the record. So we were talking about the coronavirus today. If you had it, if your partner had it, how do you feel? We were talking about all of that good stuff. And I'm going to have a part 2 to the coronavirus because I think that was such a great and interesting topic because it is a pandemic that's happening right now in this day and time. And then topic 2 that we started discussing was masturbation in the relationship. If it's doomed, if your relationship is doomed, if there's masturbation in it. So I think I'm gonna have part 2 on basically this whole thing because we didn't even talk about if it's doomed kind of really. We kind of touched on it briefly. So Kawana, did you have anything you wanted to add to the conversation that we were speaking about earlier? All right, so we all good. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. It was an amazing night. Don't forget that I am on youtube.com/Sophia Alexandria and subscribe, like, so that you can be notified anytime I go live. And if you're on Twitch, I am on Twitch. So those of you that love Twitch, go ahead and subscribe. I am on Facebook as well, facebook.com/. You are so damn amazing. And tonight, our music was special. It was not our regular off limits music, but we have Dre Styles, which was in the buildings today with over 300,000 followers. All right. Can I get a what? What? He was in the building. He tuned in for a brief moment, I believe, and his music is playing in the background. So I'll be playing it as you guys make yourselves at home in your own home. And I'll see you tomorrow at this time, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. CST. So anyway, if you are not on Facebook, do YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, do Facebook. And soon I will have Instagram for you. I haven't connected that yet. But anyway, and Twitter as well. So I'm on Twitter. You can watch me on Twitter. But anyway, y'all have a good night. I don't want to ramble on because I feel like a talking storm is about to come on. So Marquina, if you want to go ahead and go.
I do got to study. So.
Well, anyway, thank you, Marquina, always for tuning in whenever you can. Please share the word, share the message, because this is great. It's good for people to chime in and put their 2 cents in, and it gives us a new perspective. So you can't go wrong. There's nothing wrong with growing and learning. So do your thing, and I'm out here. I'm about to turn this jam up. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Good night. Hey, Dre Styles. Hey, turn the bass up. Hey, Dre Styles. He made this. Y'all know what? If I can get up right now, hey. Don't be late, cause I can't wait. I'm gonna get the beat. Hey, keep in my face and keep this pace. You know I got things to do. Oh, things to do. Okay. I just want to party. Hey. I just came to party. Yeah. I just want to party. Yeah. I just came to party. Yeah. I just want to party. Yeah. I just came to party. Yeah. Hey, who don't want to party? Turn up on the 2. Y'all can't tell me this don't sound good. Hey, 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 hey. I couldn't turn this off. I'm gonna be on here all night, y'all. Guess what, y'all? The name of this song is Hee Hee. Hee Hee. Hey, hey. Party in the morning. That's what I'm talking about. Hey. All your friends. Can you see me? Am I dreaming? We gon' do it all. We gon' do it again, y'all. I just want to party, yeah. I just came to party, yeah. I just want to party, yeah. I just came to party, yeah. I just want to party, yeah. This is a hit right now, y'all. Y'all better get this track. Yay! I want to see you move. Hey, hey, hey. I want to see you move. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, I want to see you move. Hey. Ooh, I want to see you move. Hey, hey. Y'all get up on the dance floor. Where you at? Virtual dance floor. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to put that one on replay. I can't leave tonight. The music is just so good. Have you ever been in that spot? Come on, Michael Jackson. And he don't even do it like Michael Jackson. He kind of, but you know what? I'm about to turn up tonight on that Tuesday. Don't be late, 'cause I can't wait. Wanna be you. Can't feel my face. No, I got things to do. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. Can't party. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. I want to see you move. Those of y'all right there, the show was amazing tonight. We hit a record. Hey, I want to see you move. I want to see you move. What y'all doing out there? Y'all moving? I want to see you move. Hey, hey. Party in the morning, hey, party in the evening. Bring all your friends, bring your friends, share this, hey, can you see me? Am I dreaming? Do it all again. I just came to party. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. I just want to party. I just came to. Ooh, I want to see you move. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh. I just think love. Ooh, I ain't got nowhere to be. I ain't got no job to go to because I work for myself. So, hey, that's what my job let me go in November. So, completely working for myself full time. So, I ain't gotta go to bed for the man. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You know what? I'm still feeling it. When y'all ready to go, y'all can go. But as far as I know, I'm partying tonight. Hey. Y'all ready? This is a hit. If y'all don't know this song, y'all gotta know it right now. Don't be late. I can't wait. I'm gonna get the beat. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. Things to do. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. I want to see you move. I want to see you move. Ooh, I want to see you move. I want to see you. You know what? When songs are so good, I just can't turn it off. I'm trying to turn it off, but I can't. I want to see you move. thought you did that. Oh my gosh. Party in the morning, party in the evening. You can bring all your friends. Can you see me? I can't be dreaming. You can do it all again. I just came to party. I just want to party. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. Oh, I wanna see you move. Hey. I wanna see you move. Hey, I wanna see you move. Hey, if you're there out there right now, ooh, I wanna see you move. I wanna see you groove. That's what he said. Hey, come on, join me. Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm gonna be up all night with this song. Y'all better go to bed. Y'all better go to sleep. Y'all better go to sleep right now because I'm gonna be up all night with this song because this is one of my favorite songs of all time because it's so dope, it's so cool, it's so right now. Don't be late, cause I can't wait for us to meet you. Hey. Things to do. I just came to party, yeah. To party, yeah. To party, yeah. To party, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wanna see you move. I wanna see you move. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh. Hey, I wanna see you move. Hey. Y'all ready for some karaoke tonight? Hey. Y'all come on, if y'all want to hop on live with me karaoke, virtual karaoke. This is the jam. Party in the morning, hey, party in the evening. You can tell all your friends. Don't be late. Can you see me? Am I dreaming? You can do it all again. I just came to party. I just want to party. I just want to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. I just want to party. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. I want to see you move. Hey, 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 hey. Turn up on a Tuesday. Ooh, tonight's show was successful. Hey. Ooh, I want to see you move. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, I want to see you groove. Trey Carlos produced, wrote this, and sang. I'm gonna do this one more time and I'm out because you know what? This song is so dope. If y'all don't know it, y'all got to do it. Y'all got to do this song. Y'all, Drake Thomas, I posted it in the chat. An amazing producer, songwriter. And tonight was special because rather than the off limits music that I normally have, I played his music in the background. So don't be late, cause I can't wait. It's Tuesday, y'all. Hey, y'all share this with y'all friends. Y'all don't want to miss it. Hop on live with me. I'm still live right now. If y'all want to do karaoke, and I might have one of those in the future. A special karaoke. To party, yeah. To party, yeah. Yeah. I want a party. I got a party. Come on now. Break it down for me. I want to see you. I want to see you move. I want to see you groove. I want to see what you do, what you do, what you do. Hey, this song, I just can't get up yet. Oh my goodness. I want to see you move. I want to see you move. Hey. Party in the morning, hey, party in the evening. You can tell all you bring all your friends, hey. Can you see me? Am I dreaming? We gon' do it all again. I just came to party. I just came to party. I just want to party. How many of you out there want to party? How many of you need a party in your body? Come on, tune in to Off Limits tomorrow at 10 p.m. EST. Ooh, I want to see you move. I dare you to make your move right now. Tomorrow night. Ooh, I want to see you groove. Hey. I want to see you move. Hey, hey, hey. I want to see you move. Hey, and you know what? I'm almost out of here, y'all. Hey, and I'm out, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. I just could not end that song. Oh my goodness. Hey, they always said I was getting